because I didn't really even think that we were going to get our first sale until like 1 month in. And it was 2 days in, and then our Shopify store crashed. So we had no sale for 2 weeks.
Hi, I'm Manny, one of the founders of Alya Skin.
Hi, I'm James, one of the founders of Alya Skin.
And together we built Alya Skin Australia.
We launched in 2018, now have 5 products, are in over 5,000 stores.
And we can't wait to share our story with you.
Incredible, you guys done it before.
Is that good?
We saw a gap in the market. At that point, there was nothing really on the market that was like an Australian pink clay mask that had a different scent, different feel. We decided that in 2018, it was the perfect time to launch. We launched in January and we decided let's launch with one product, the hero product.
So we kind of built our brand around that pink clay mask, and then from there, we put a lot of our time, money and effort into developing products that we can build, a long-term successful skincare brand, which is what we've been able to achieve over the last 3 sort of years.
Yeah, and when we launched quite strong into the market. We launched with 500 micro-influencers. We thought that was a great, cost-effective way to really build the brand. And we, after 9 months to 12 months, once we launched into Priceline, we knew that we weren't just going to go into Priceline and we're going to be off their shelves straight away. We thought because we've took so long to build our brand and we waited to launch into a massive retailer, we knew that people were going to go to Priceline looking for our mask because we'd spent so much money and so much time on really building brand awareness and brand equity.
And I guess pairing with that, the PR efforts that we did, making sure that we were across every publications that fit in with our demographic, and we knew that the readers of those publications were going to be interested in our products. So I remember when James and I started this brand, we were in a 2 by 2 metre office with no windows, and we were working 6 to 12 months out of launch date in this little hut. It felt like a hut with no air and no light. And we launched the business having everything ready, having the database of influencers, the database of PR contacts ready. Financially, I think we launched the business with sort of 10K each or 15K each. And
it was about $15,000 each, and we also used Manny's Amex to fund the rest, which had a limit of about $50,000. So really, we were all in with this, and I had quit my job at the time. Manny had also no job at the time. So we were like, this is it. We need to make this work. And I think that's what was extremely important when we launched. We knew that we had nothing to really fall back on at that time. So this had to work. So once we launched, we decided, let's launch into the market quite strong because we have no other choice than to wait. We couldn't wait 1 year to reap the rewards. We needed to see results straight away. Otherwise, our $15,000 each and our Amex was going to be limited. But I do remember the first sale that we had, it was 3 days in, and Manny and I were in this little 2 by 2 office, like Manny said, and we literally high-fived each other. We were so excited. It was like the best thing that ever happened to me anyway, because this was like monumental for me because I didn't really even think that we were going to get our first sale until like 1 month in. And it was 2 days in, and then our Shopify store crashed. So we had no sale for 2 weeks. And we were freaking out. We didn't know what was going on. We had our web developer working on it. Manny and I were trying to look into the back end of Shopify. So it was such a high. And then like in business, like any other business, there was such a massive low at that point of time.
yeah, I remember that moment standing up and high-fiving and hugging you, hearing the cha-ching sound on the app.
And that's why we thought launching with micro-influencers was extremely cost-effective. When we initially started, we said we would love for you to post if you love the product. And I think that was what really worked for us.
A lot of those people that we sent to, so out of the 5,000, a lot of them actually became customers because they fell in love with the products. So what we found is we just kept on sending more and more product out, 500 to 1,000 units every single week without fail, because that's reinvesting in your brand, building brand equity, your potential consumer base, and you're also getting reviews and you're getting marketing content like before and after shots. So it's perfect for building your brand when you've got a low budget at the start.
We both oversee everything, but we both also trust each other with what we're both taking care of in the business. And I think that's extremely important when you're starting a business and you're in a startup, because every day is a new day and you're putting out bushfires every single day, and you need someone by your side who is going to allow you to do what you want to do.
And at the end of the day, you want to enjoy the journey with someone. It's far more fun and enjoyable doing it with someone that you love, and someone that's your best mate, than doing it on your own and building something you can be proud of together.
He understood what I was doing and I understood what he was doing. So both of us could oversee that, and that just allowed us to not step on each other's toes. And if there was a little mistake there in the moment, we would just help each other fix that and help each other pick each other up rather than crushing each other. It's never good to talk down to someone. It's always good to help them and support them. And that's what we both did with this business from day one. And I think being a dynamic duo is, of course, cliche, but in this case, it really does work, because my weaknesses are Manny's strengths and Manny's weaknesses are my strengths. And I think that's why we both work so well together. So initially we first trial and errored 3 to 4 manufacturers. We reached out to maybe 10, and then we just decided we'd get a short list together. We had 3 or 4. We received samples from 3 manufacturers, and we straight away knew that the one manufacturer that we ended up choosing in the end was going to be the one that we were going to work with, because their first sample was the best. That didn't say that we used that first sample or launched that first sample. We probably received 10 to 15 different samples from them. And we initially launched this business because my sister had acne growing up, Manny had acne growing up, and we wanted to find something that was cool to have in your bathroom, but that would also work.
Yeah, we also looked for communication with the manufacturer. We wanted communication to be good and open, because they're sort of the core crust of your business, the manufacturing. It's very obviously so important. So you need to find someone that is good at communicating with you and that you get along with them, because you want them to work and support your business with the products you're making and put love into making the products.
And relationships are everything in business, as most people know. So we first built a relationship with the manufacturer, and now we still get along extremely well with them, because that's important, especially when you're growing and you're scaling and you want to launch new products. You need to have that relationship to be able to call them and be like, I need units ASAP. Can you please move around some production for us to make sure that we're able to meet our demands.
So in terms of spending the money when you launch, I guess it's through trial and error to an extent. So as we've said previously, we both had previous Shopify stores and e-commerce brands, and we'd put money into places where we shouldn't have. So we just learned from those mistakes, I guess. And we also ran the business pretty lean at the start. It was the two of us doing pretty much everything at the start for a period of 6 months or so. But that was great because it allowed us to know every aspect of the business back to front before we delegated to other people. And that's extremely important. But I think,
yeah, like we didn't hire any staff in-house until 2020. In terms of spending the budget at the start, we thought wherever we spend money, if we don't get a return on investment, as long as it's brand building and brand awareness, we were fine with that because we knew we had a great product. So in the long run, customers would come back and buy eventually anyway. So for instance, if we were going to work with influencers that weren't giving us a return, we knew that they were giving us user-generated content, which was great for our Instagram and our socials. And number two was building our brand.
So if there's one thing that I would tell a younger Manny in 2018 when I launched Alya Skin with James, it would be to really delve deep into who you want your core audience to be. For example, female skincare, we're not selling to every female. We know exactly the age bracket, their demographic, what they're interested in, and we know how to market to that audience. And I wish that was something that we delved into a little bit sooner rather than later, because it would have meant that we spent less money on marketing to people that weren't interested and didn't mirror the brand image that we were trying to promote.
Definitely our biggest fear was when one of Manny's friends, who's quite up there in e-commerce, he told us, look, if it was me, I would probably give up on the business. And we just thought, that's not gonna happen. That wasn't an option for us. We're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep working hard. We worked 20 hours a day for the first 3 months until we were profitable, and that was when I guess we started to reap the rewards. And now with 5 products in over 3,000 stores, we have a goal of launching into 5,000 to 10,000 stores over the next few years, but building a global brand. We feel like we have a strong foundation in Australia, and we feel like that was a great way to start. But now it's really time to expand into different markets such as the UK, Canada, potentially Europe as well. And in that way, we become a multinational brand with over 10 SKUs, and not only being just an e-commerce brand where we're gaining sales from online, but we also have distribution as well, which gives us another revenue stream, which is extremely important because diversifying your revenue is everything, I guess. That way you mitigate risk.
Hey guys, hope you're loving our videos and that you're getting heaps of value from them. If you are, make sure to hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to join the Foundr fam. If you did enjoy this video and want to continue to master your skills, make sure you click here to access your free training now, where we'll go into way more depth with this Foundr.